Alright, for those of you that saw the way I had the solar, that I was going to build the solar array with the metal and the hub and everything else, this piece right here. So I got it all up and it was a little heavier than I was expecting. So it was flexing pretty good and I was afraid that with snow load it wouldn't work. So now I am tearing this down and I am just going to build a solar array down through here facing south that will tilt. See, I got my string line pulled, got the string line down through here. I've already got one hole dug. I've got 1, 2, 3 more to dig, and then I get those posts in, get this tore down, all except this one post, it stays. And then I can get started building. All right, so I got that post in right there and got it braced off. Everything's plumb and level. So now, I don't know how many of y'all have ever seen this stuff. So it's like it's insulation, almost like the spray foam stuff. You put it in and it expands around and fills it up and makes it pretty solid. This is a lot easier hauling out here than concrete. I mean, 33 ounces compared to an 80-pound bag. So, but what you do is you take it and you roll it up. Until it pops. Okay. Get it all over into one side and you mix it up. Do it for about 15 seconds. You cut up in your bag and you just pour it in. Make sure you get it all out. All right. And then I don't know if you can see it down in there or not. It was just a liquid. And now it's expanding. As it expands up, it gets all the way around the post. You can see it expanding up. And then if it don't come all the way up out of the hole, then I fill in with dirt and pack dirt around, but it'll probably come all the way up. And it don't take long for this stuff to set either. Matter of minutes, and it'll be fully set up and cured. But as you see, it's expanded up, and that's about as far as it's going to expand. Then you'll come in here and you'll cut it off so that you can get dirt down on it, and I'll show you that later. Oh. So now I just got 3 more of those to do. All right, so I'm going to get these other holes dug. Hopefully you can hear. It's kind of windy, is even blowing the camera around a little bit. Now I do have a post hole auger attachment for my tractor, but where it is, it's muddy and I can't get the tractor up there to it to get it on. So it would be more trouble to go up there and do that, to put it on and then take it back off, than just dig these couple holes by hand. Couple more inches. I'm only going down 2 feet, which I probably should do a little more, but the problem is that's only going to give me 6 foot above. I'm going to have to actually extend these posts another 4 foot by putting another post on top and scabbing the sides of it to make it strong enough to hold, and hopefully won't have no issues. I don't have the right size post because I was planning on doing something else and that didn't work, so but that's okay. It should be okay. see what we got. All right, that's it. Grab me a post, and then I can tamp that hole down. I just use the post to do it. It's so muddy out here. Hopefully the wind isn't messing things up too bad. It's very windy today. And yes, the sun's out, and I do have the generator going. She's in there doing laundry, and we got several things going on right now. So, and I'm using power tools, and batteries were so low. If I run the generator at the same time with the sun, then it makes it charge a whole lot quicker. So I was going to run the generator anyhow with using power tools. So figured I would do it and let it charge up a little bit. All right. Just getting it close right now. Trying to see about where it needs to sit. Okay. And then I get my 2x4 brace on. Grab a couple of screws. Because I'm setting them 8 foot apart. So I'm just using a 8-foot 2x4 to put up there and get them 8 foot center to center. Make sure I'm center on that. Yep. And I also want to make sure this 2x4 is run level. It does need to go up. Let's see how far up it's got to go. Okay. All right. Grab another one and get the bottom. Doing it this way makes it a little easier when you doing it by yourself. All right, let's see. This one needs to scoot over a little. All right. Now let's check all this. That's good. Okay. Just gotta scoot out a little bit. Oh, that's good right there. All right. Well, now that I got that, I can do the foam again. We'll go ahead and put a bag of foam in this one and get it set. Gotta find my knife here. Way up in the bag. Roll it and squeeze everything out of it. Right. And now we'll let that one set. And as you can see, this one here, see how the foam came up and foamed all around, how it swelled up. And see now, I can actually cut this off below grade. My knife ain't long enough, but you cut it off below grade, and then you can fill around it with dirt. So that's pretty much the whole process. While I'm waiting on that one to set, I'm going to go ahead and dig the last 2 holes and get those in. Then I'll get back with you. Alright, so I got all the posts in. Last one here. This one's kind of funny. There was a little bit of water in this hole, and I dumped it in, and I don't know, apparently water has some sort of chemical reaction to that, and it just made it take off out of that hole. But it's all good. So now I've got to take this post, and this post, and these braces off. And then I can go ahead, and then I take all these 2x4s off. I'm just going to leave them up, make sure that's cured, and I'm going to go back and cut the foam off below grade, pack dirt around it, and then I can get started building on them. So I got all the posts out except this last one. I'll show you how I'm having to do it. I have to dig around and then get my high lift jack and jack it up. See the foam that I put on. Alright, so I got them all out, all 3 of them. Left the one. So now I get started building it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so I got all of the posts extended up. You can see I took 8-foot 2x4s and put them on excuse me, each side of the post, and then cut a piece of 4x4 to extend it on up because my post wasn't tall enough. And I did that on all of them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm taking this steel plate that I had for the others, And I'm going to bolt it up like this and use it like a what's called a flinch plate. I will do that on both sides of the post, on all of them, all the way down. That way it'll make it strong and they won't break off at that point. Alright, well, I'm gonna get some more done. I'll be back. Alright, so after I got all the posts, I've got this one bolted in. There'll be another one on the other side, and there'll be two on every post down through there. And basically, these will pivot. See, so I can adjust them for winter and summer. Then I put blocking in between, tie all of them together. So when you tilt it, the whole thing tilts. So I'll show you how I get that one up there. I do one over on the middle real quick. Okay, so I got my next one ready. I'll go ahead and get it up. This is the fun part. Get my washer on. Put a washer between them, that way it helps them to pivot a little easier. There you go. That's how I'm getting these up. What I'm doing, see, I got one here. I pre-drilled the hole a little bigger than the lag bolt. And I run it through, put a washer on the bottom, and then I pre-drill a hole up there to get it started. And now I will have to come back and run another brace across the top and then a diagonal brace on them to kick them back to the ground to hold them. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these done. I'll get back to you in a second. All right, so I got all of them on. I got some bracing on because it's been kind of windy today. So I'm gonna keep the bracing on until I get everything done and figured out how I want it. Because I'm thinking about coming out about 5 foot and putting another set of 4x4s in, putting a roof on it, and I can use this over here for storage. I can do the generator underneath it on the end, enclose it, and I can also use it to store the snow machines in, stuff like that. So I'll give you another update here shortly. All right, so here's an update. I got them all up, tied off, got some blocking in. Now I just got to put my pieces across this way and then run the ones this way to hold the panels. And let me set this down. I'll show you how easily. Right now I got a rope tied to it on each side so I can tilt it as I put the joist in. But I mean, oh, move that ladder. But, see. Very easy to move. So I will have, I will actually change the angle of it every month. So I've got all the angles figured out. I will put a brace on it on the two ends and the center with holes so that I can lock it off at different angles. And then, so hopefully Sunday when I get out here, I'll be able to get it finished up and get it wrapped up. Get some solar panels on it. It's supposed to rain Sunday. It's supposed to rain all the way through next Thursday. Today's Friday. But I can get out here in the rain and get it done. I set the sawmill, or set my power tools up underneath the wood shed over here. See, I got a ton of wood I've got to cut and split. And then there's all the way back here, there's a pile about this size, maybe even bigger than this. Here's the chickens. All right. Oops. And you know, see, I still haven't done another update video on the sawmill yet. The solar is priority, so I'm going to get it done. Then I'll hop back on that, and then I'm going to do a shed off each side of the barn, like I did here on the chicken coop on each side. So those are the main projects. Hopefully I can get done here in the next couple weeks. All right. See y'all soon.